Blog Talk Radio.
Are you ready to take a bite out of the competition? Are you looking for ideas to make your business better? Welcome to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet,
sponsored by Apple Capital Group.
At the core of every successful business, you'll find people making a difference. And with each episode of the Core Business Show, we talk with those people, examine those ideas, and explore the strategies that make them special. Now, the host of the Core Business Show, Tim Jacquet.
Good morning. Welcome to another edition of the Core Business Show. I'm Tim Jacquet, your host. Today, I have the pleasure of having Wesley Virgin. He's our super action fitness guru in Houston, Texas. He's going to talk about his 7-day fitness program. If you'd like to join in the conversation, join us in the chat room or email us at info@thecorebusinessshow, or you can go ahead and call us in at 347-324-3460. Wesley, welcome back to the program.
Hey, well, I'm glad to be back, Tim.
Yes, you sent me this information yesterday regarding your whole program layout. I guess we just go ahead and dive straight in. Tell us about what is that 7-day fitness program?
So basically, I just created something for the 85% of the population out there today that I've spiraled, that I've used different type of programs and hired different types of trainers, got gym memberships. And the thing is maybe even they lost some weight, but, they spiraled back and have gained the weight and they're not instilling the habit. So my program kind of takes a mental, more psychological look when it comes to making a decision to start working out and start to creating that body of your dreams. So, some of the things there that I know you logged in, the first thing I have there is the why. It first start with your reasons. I preach this, been preaching this for a couple of years now, that if you don't have legitimate reasons why you're starting a task, a fitness program, it's not going to sustain you. It's not going to work, a vacation, or maybe an event, or, maybe you want to fit into a size 6. That's not going to be enough to sustain you through the process. So the thing is, before we do a push-up, before we do a sit-up, I need to ensure that you're committed to the goal. And I want to know, why are you committed to the goal? And I want you to give me deep emotional reasons, not, well, I just want to be fit. I want to have more energy. I want to do this. No, I want you to dig deep down and tell me or share why this is the end and why this is the new beginning. And that, guess what? The decisions are the reasons why today is going to sustain you for a lifestyle. So what my site does, it helps you to change the habit or replace an old habit of neglect, an old habit of laziness, the old habit of procrastination. So now that you can be more supercharged, or you can go forward in the area and get the results that you want long term.
Wow. The why is really important. And you mentioned procrastination and laziness. And, some people have in their mind is one thing, but their stomach tells them a different way. When they say, oh, let's go out for drinks, let's go out. If you look at the menu of any restaurant, it is hard to get to any healthy options. And you look at your friends, you look at your plate, you look at your friends who are going to play, and then you give in. So, with people metabolism, some people can handle certain things, some people can't. Kind of tell us, why is that, and what can you do to motivate yourself to stay on track?
Well, I'm gonna share my story real quickly. I wasn't a big guy, but I was a small guy. I was super skinny, and I hated it. I mean, the thing is, I wasn't popular in high school. They called me Skin T, not skinny, but Skin T. They didn't call me, poor, but po, that just kind of describes how skinny I was. I didn't have any girlfriends. I didn't have any type of popularity out there. But see, what happened there was generated pain. And that was the pain of not having any confidence, not being likable, not being comfortable in my skin. And that what drove me. I mean, I can't explain to how much they drove me. The thing is, I had to make a change. I mean, that change happened immediately. And I think that's the same thing that has to happen for other folks. And, you see many people that spiral, right? They were healthy a little bit, then they just gave in to the chocolate pies and the greasy foods and the fast food because it's something quick, it's on the way. Well, we just go on lunch, but see, those things, those small things is driving you to a road of failure. And it's so insidious. You don't even see it, but you're going in the wrong direction. So, what I can say to resolve it is sit down for a second and write down the 10 reasons that if you don't take charge of your life right now, or take charge of your health right now, what's going to happen? And I want you to create this in your mind, because I believe that pain is a more intense motivator for you to change than the need for pleasure, right? The pleasure is we want to be smaller, we want to look better, we want to get out the shower and look at ourselves and smile, rather than frown. But the thing is, I believe that pain is a more motivator, or it's an inner real. It's the catalyst, what moves people and causes them to change immediately. But what I'm telling you, you can do this purposely. You can list reasons down. Hey, I don't want to be overweight for my children. Like my children today, they emulate everything I do. My daughter right now, she's 8 years old. She drinks wheatgrass. Absolutely. She drinks the grass in the water. It doesn't taste good, but you know why she does it? Because Dad.
Wow.
She does it because Daddy.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
Wesley. So what wheatgrass really tastes like?
Wheatgrass
Like
tastes
grass?
just like grass. But you know what they say, Tim? They said that, because I have all my clients. I mean, I have about, every day at my boot camp, about 50 folks out there, and I have them all take wheatgrass. And I tell them, well, the thing is, the more toxic your body is depending on the taste. So if it tastes real bad, that means you're very toxic. And you need to get some of this acid out of your body immediately. But yeah, it tastes like grass.
So what the health benefits of wheatgrass?
Well, the thing is, it's going to increase the immune system. It's going to give you better skin. But what's most important is it's going to help you lose the weight. And I'm explaining that. The body kind of comes all the way down to being acidic and alkaline, right? I don't know if you ever heard of that. So the thing what happens is the food that we eat here in our nation, in America, right, it's a lot of processed food, a lot of chemical charged type of food, right, which is not really healthy for our bodies. But the thing is, they're very acidic. So the thing what happens, so you think about acid in the body is not good, right? So, but the thing is, as the acid comes in our body and we digest it, now certain fats and cholesterol use as buffers to keep this acid from burning the arteries, right? So the thing is, the more acid that's in the body, a person that is eating healthy, a person that is working out, guess what happens? He doesn't lose the weight, or she doesn't lose the weight at all. Because the thing is, if the fats or that cholesterol that is used as the buffer to protect the body, to protect itself, guess what? If the acid, if the fat and the cholesterol goes away without the body to try to lose it, guess what? The acid is going to burn some of the internal organs, right? So you can't have burnt organs, right? So the thing is, it is important to alkaline the body. Now, wheatgrass does that. Wheatgrass is basically chlorophyll. Now, what's chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is nothing but pure energy from the sun that comes into plants, right? So the thing is, they take this, and what I do is I take the powder, and I just pour it in my water, I pour it in my orange juice, I stir it up, and you drink that. And I suggest if you want to start doing a detox, you need to do it at least twice a day. Do you get to the point that you're doing it every day? And basically, that's 5 servings of vegetables every single day in your body. 5 servings.
5 servings. So when you take all that detox about it, what is the time frame? I mean, you exercise a little, then are you saying eat 5 times a day, or you just need to have 5 servings?
No, so the thing is, what I do is I get the powder substance, right? It has a powder, it has a pure form. I get the powder substance, and I take 1 scoop. 1 scoop is equivalent to 5 servings of vegetables. Because a lot of folks, maybe don't eat a lot of vegetables, right? Maybe you don't have time, you want to cook. So the thing is, this kind of helps you to replace those vegetables that you need in your body. So the thing is, you take 1 scoop, you pour it in your orange juice, you mix it up, you drink it, you're done. That's 5 servings of vegetables. That's alkalizing the body. That's getting rid of the acid. That's neutralizing the acids that are in your body. Think about this. You got to really think about this, Tim. 1 in 2 die from heart disease. 1 in 3 die from cancer. There's no cure for this stuff, right? So the thing is, what our population, or what humanity is not understanding is, if you have a body that's toxic, think about if your body was just trash. That's what we put in our bodies every day, right? So what attracts to it? What starts to proliferate in it? Viruses, germs. Think about this. If you had trash, right, you put trash outside your door, and it sat there for several days, what does it attract? Mice, roaches, right? But if the trash wasn't there, guess what? You don't have any of that. You don't have any rats. You don't have any roaches, coming attracting anywhere. So think about it as the body. So the thing is, the more contamination or the more types of foods that you put in your body that's not productive, Guess what? Germs and viruses, they can grow, they can mutate within the body. I'm going to go a little further than that. So think about the red blood cells that flow through your body, right? Now, red blood cells, all they do is they just move oxygen around the body. That's all they do. They keep it real simple, right? So the thing is, the more acid that you're taking in your body, or, the more food that's not productive to your body that you're taking in huge amounts, it is stripping the charge around the red blood cells. And what happens then? So guess what? Red blood cells have to move around the body, right, to keep us functional. But what happens is the red blood cell, that charge gets stripped. Then what happens? They start to stick together. And guess what? Sometimes we feel sluggish at the good meal, and we're like, "Oh, I'm ready to go to sleep." That's your red blood cell, because all the acid that you're putting in your body is stripping that charge, that negative charge that is around our red blood cells to keep them bouncing off each other, right? Then guess what? We feel like sludge. We feel like sludge. The thing is, we can no longer, I had to make a decision one day that, medical experts are great. Doctors are awesome. But the thing is, I can't depend, or I can't feel that, medicine, our body is so complex that it is such a complex task that I have to go find a doctor to tell me what's wrong with me. Doctors, they treat symptoms, okay? When you get something, say, hey, take the Advil. You got a headache, take an Advil, right? Your leg is hurting, take a leave. Our population, our nation is an expert in treating symptoms instead of treating the core, what's in our bodies. You can have a germ, and I can have a germ, Tim. Guess what? You can get sick, and I won't. It's possible, right? But it all depends on what type of food, or what type of food that you're putting in your body, or what type of drink you're putting in your body. It's all about the environment.
Wow. So we talk about, the keys of success mentally to get someone in a positive, you have a firm why, and they have this reason they want to move forward with them. In one way, how do you actually set the goals so they can have a positive mental attitude?
Okay, so the thing is, the first thing you do is once you have the reasons, you're done, right? Then good. I have another video that's called the positive mental attitude. Now, what is that? Now, the thing is, most people, we think negatively, right? And the only reason we think so negatively is because we live in a society that we're told more about our limitations than our potential, right? We're always told on the news what's happening wrong, who's dying, who's killing, who's raping. We got, our friend Pookie and Ray telling us that, hey, life sucks, and I'm complaining and criticizing. So the thing is, you have to learn how to develop a positive mental attitude yourself. Now, how does that work? Get away from negative people. Take 30 or 45 days. Get away from people that are not productive in your life. Because I believe this, Tim. People are either pouring into you or they're taking out of you. And it's such a furtive process. It's so secretive. You don't even realize it that it's happening. But you have to think about the people that are in your life. You say, you know what? Are they adding to me? Or are they taking away? Am I always saving them? Am I always giving them advice? Am I always telling them what they need to do? What are they doing for me? So you have to get to the point you have to take this personal. So you develop a positive mental attitude is first, you have to get away from negative people. You have to put yourself in a different environment. Guess what? If I want to be a doctor, I'm not going to hang around lawyers. If I want to be rich, I'm not going to hang around poor people. If I want to be fit, I'm not going to hang around people that are overweight. It doesn't make any sense, right? This stuff is easy. Put yourself in an environment to succeed. Model. Put yourself in an environment around people that's attractable to you, something that you like. You have to get to the point that you have to understand your environment is so impactful on your life, on your thinking. It is so impactful. I really can't stress that enough. But the first thing is remove the negative people from your life. Start thinking positive. Start reflecting on some of the things you want to do. Start thinking about some of the things that you need to take action right now to do those things. That's the initial process.
Okay. You talk also about the 3 Ps of success.
Yes.
Kind of mention those 3 again. I know you kind of highlighted within the top of the hour, but actually go a little bit. Tell us about the 3 Ps.
So basically, the 3 Ps is this, and I kind of got it from my buddy Les Brown. The thing is patience, persistence, and perseverance. Because the thing is, you got to think about this, Tim. When you're trying to attack something new, because you've been doing something for so long. And we say, well, man, I know I need to do that, but I don't want to. And then when you start doing it and you don't see the results, you start to get a little discouraged. You start to get a little unhappy that it's not going to work. You need these 3 P's to sustain you, but you need to be aware of the process before you get involved. And the first B is be patient. Be patient. Understand that guess what? You've gained, a person out there maybe has gained 200 pounds in so many years, right? And they're working out and they're eating healthy and they want the results right now. But understand it was a process that you were not consciously aware of that you were doing when you was enjoying all that great food, having fun, drinking like crazy, contaminating your body. Now you created a body that you can't stand. You have to be patient and understand it's another process that has to pull you out of that old lifestyle, out of those old habits that you must understand. You have to understand this once you start the reasons why, once you start the positive mental attitude, understand that guess what? It's going to be another process to pull you out of that unhealthy lifestyle. Then you have persistence. Now, this is very important because the thing is, my program, let me tell you something. If you're not consistent, it doesn't work. Bottom line. If you're not persistent, it doesn't work. Anything in life, if you want it to be successful, especially as it relates to your health, you have to be persistent. What does that mean? You have to hit it every day. Every day you have to hit it. I don't care if you hit it for a minute, 7 minutes, 1 hour. You need to hit it every single day. Because the thing is, you have to start to program yourself and replace those old habits. And it's not missing a day. You have to, I don't care if you carving out 1 minute out of the day. You need to do something as it relates to your health, to your lifestyle, to your fitness. Persistency is very important. That's continually involved in the activity. The next thing is perseverance. Now, what does that mean? It's going to be challenges. It's going to get hard. There's going to be times you're going to be upset. You're going to get discouraged and it's not working. There's going to be time that, your friend's going to go out to a different restaurant and you want to go with them. There's going to be times that, your wife is going to cook this wonderful, great, but unhealthy meal. And she's going to offer you some of that pie. You're going to say, no, babe, I'm sorry. I have a vision. I'm on a journey right now. So, baby, it looks good, but baby, guess what? Honey, I'm on a mission right now. And she going to understand. She going to love you for it. She's going to say, all right, go ahead. You're on that mission. Make it happen. But you have to persevere. You have to understand that it's going to be challenges. It's going to be things that's going to try to knock you off that wall. You climbed up there. These challenges, they're going to try to knock you off. But you got to persevere through all of that. You have to understand that sometimes it's going to rain, and it's going to rain hard. And the rain is there intentionally to test you to see if you really want this.
Wow. So when we talk about diet itself, anything you have to really change, if you start your exercise routine, what your diet need to be consist of at that point when you actually start your routine?
So one thing is, we hear this word diet. It's such a negative term. And, just, isn't it a negative term? I got to go to diet. Oh, God. So diet, what does diet mean? If I say diet, that means stop eating something. That means stop eating what I like. I don't believe in diets. I don't even believe in that term at all. I believe it's lifestyle eating, bottom line. This is the lifestyle. Okay. So this is lifestyle. So the thing is, guess what? It doesn't take too long to reprogram your body to eat things that are beneficial for it. It takes 30 to 45 days. I think everybody in the world today has 30 days they can be disciplined towards. So right now I did a 30-day fitness challenge with my clients here, and I'm giving them some awards for who wins. But the thing is, they had a real strict plan. No alcohol, had to eat healthy and things like that. But you know what's just amazing, Tim? I got emails and telling me, man, Wesley, I'm craving healthy food, and when I try to go back to some of this unhealthy food, I feel terrible. And it's what happens. It's unbelievable. I mean, right now, today, every once in a while, I may eat something that's unhealthy, right? I'm eating it, it's good. But after that, I feel horrible. Because the thing, I programmed my body for so long to only put food in it that's productive, that's healthy, water, greens, grass-fed beef, free-range chicken, things like that. So I programmed myself purposely. But now that my body rejects foods that are high in salt. It rejects foods that are so greasy. I can't stand it. It's disgusting. It's just disgusting. You know, the other day I went to this soul food place. I'm not going to say the name, but it was disgusting. I'm just going to tell you, Tim, it was absolutely disgusting. I would never go there. My friend that brought me there, you know, she's an unhealthy eater, and she said, "Well, you're going to love this. It's so amazing. It tastes so good." It was disgusting. I could not believe the type of food that people will keep putting in their bodies every single day and wondering why they have no energy. Wondering why they, at the end of the day, they can't even move a finger. Just want to lay down and watch TV. It's because of the food and the gasoline. I call it gasoline. Gasoline that you put in your body. If you put 87 octane in the body, what happens? You know, it runs okay. It runs pretty good. But after so many years, you know, because the dealer told you or the salesman told you to put 93 octane in that tank, and you got problems. You know, unfortunately, the problems are not immediate, but 4 and 5 years now, you find yourself at the mechanic shop, you find yourself replacing the pump, the water pump, the radiator, and, you know, it's a catastrophe costing you all that money. When I'm saying you can make a decision right now to choose a healthy lifestyle, just take baby steps. Take a week and say, you know what, for this week, I'm only going to put food in my body that's going to give me energy. I'm only going to put food in my body or in my temple that's going to help me have a productive and more successful lifestyle.
We're going to take a break real quick, and we're going to come back to your website real quick. We'll be back in a moment. You listen to the Core Business Show.
You're listening to the Core Business Show, sponsored by Apple Capital Group. Apple Capital Group in Jacksonville, Florida, is a commercial lender that specializes in asset-based loans, equipment leasing and financing, invoice financing, commercial real estate loans, and asset-based financing in the U.S. and Canada. Apple Capital Group is a direct lender that lends on their private equity investment portfolio. 90% of most loans are decided within 2 hours, and vendor funding within 24 hours after documents are completed, with a one-page application. No slow no's, just a quick decision and a fast yes. To get more information about lending from Apple Capital Group, call 866-611-7457. That's 866-611-7457 to speak with one of our loan specialists. Or visit us right now at applecapitalgroup.com. Welcome back to the Core. Once again, here's Tim Jacquet.
Again, we're talking to Wesley Virgin. He is a fitness guru, and he is featuring his product called 7-Day Program of Fitness. When we go into your website real quick on 7-Day Fitness, you have a tools section, you have a kitchen section, you have a workout section, and you have a weight loss center. It kind of tells what in the tool boxes, what type of tools that we can get from your website.
So you have the, calorie calculator. You can actually put in your weight to see what type of, how many calories that you should be intaking. Mm-hmm. Also have the booty and thigh expert, for women that want to. So I have to teamed up with Buffy Carub. She's a master trainer herself, and she focuses on, she is actually a expert when it comes to the booty and thigh area. It's kind of work that, a lot of my clients tell they have issue with the legs and they want to work that area. So that's out there for you guys also. And we also have a yoga expert. I believe that relaxation is very important. So I've teamed up with Dashaman. She's one of the world-renowned, very famous yoga experts out there, travel all around the world. And I had the pleasure to extract a lot of her videos, yoga for beginners, yoga with your lover, to put yourself in a relaxed state after that workout. After you finish, your day or your 7 minutes with the boot camp. And also now, the main tool that I love is what I call the consistency tracker. Because, a lot of folks ask, well, Wesley, how do you really train online? You can't see me. You can't see me. You don't know what I'm doing over here, right? I'm eating ice cream. You don't even know. You think I'm... Well, see, the thing is, I believe in the honor system. And the thing is, my product does cost some money. So the thing is, this is how I work. If you actually want to pay $47, just to play around and, not be committed to the goal, it's okay. I'm not going to get up mad. I'm not going to get upset. So the thing is, I believe that when people make a decision to use something, they're going to do it, and they're going to be honest. That's just what I believe. When people spend their money, they're looking for a result, but they understand that, guess what? they're going to be responsible for some things. So the consistency tracker just tells me that, yes, Wesley, I did my workout. And not just that, I need to post my meals. Guess what? I need to know what you ate for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner because I have a nutritionist. She is amazing. When I say this lady is amazing and she don't play, her name is Natalie Fox. She is a master nutritionist. And the thing is, she's going to review your meal. She's going to see what you're eating on a daily basis. And the thing is, she's going to tell you or notate in the system if you're unhealthy or if you're healthy. So this is how it works. You got CH, which is called consistently healthy, or CU, consistently unhealthy, or NS, no show. So guess what? You want more CHs. You don't want any CUs. You remember back in school, we get them U's in your report card, right? Mom don't like that. Yeah. So the thing is, you think of that as it relates to your body. If you CUs, that means you're not getting it done. That means, guess what? You're just eating whatever you want. You're working out, but you're putting 87 octane gas in your body. So she's there to monitor you on a daily basis. So that's what the consistency tracker, it just keeps you accountable. It keeps you in there every day. Hey, because the thing is, the first 30 days, there's no reason why you shouldn't lose 10 pounds. I have clients today that have lost 20 pounds in 30 days of using my program. I have folks out there using 15 pounds. If you follow the program from A to Z, it will work for you at the house, 7 minutes per day, one time in the morning, one time in the evening. I think 30 and 45-minute workouts, that's just an adequate way of working out. It doesn't take that long. It's not how much you do, it's how often you get it done.
Wow. So we have two things real quick because we're most out of time. You have a kitchen section that has recipes and also your workout box, which you have everything you can imagine how to do it, and the video slide that they can actually watch the video as well. And then you have the last one. If you don't know how the routine, you will demonstrate that on the video. And you have the weight loss as well, corner. And kind of quickly in 20 seconds, so tell us about what the weight loss corner is.
So weight loss corner is basically a couple of recipes that I've extracted. They're healthy and they're delicious at the same time. And I've used that corner and I've actually injected that into the kitchen where you can actually add recipes. So the thing is, say if you like a recipe that a user has shared out, you can add it to your recipe box. And guess what? You can cook it up and it gives you the time, the preparation, all that. So the thing is, I just created a community that it's a one-stop shop. And if you don't mind, I want to talk about the workout box. The workout box is amazing because it allows you to focus and design a workout that you want to target. Say if you want to target the abs, so you click on the abs and you can find a couple of workouts. You add it to the day that you want to do that workout. You hit update, it saves to that day. And you may want to design a workout just for your abs to work every single day, just for 7 minutes. Get it done because the thing is you want to continually work on that body part to get the results. So I think it's real amazing. We're doing some advanced. We're going to get to the point that you're going to be able to create your own workout and share it out to the user community so other people can kind of, benefit from some of the workouts that you create.
Well, we're going to have to do a part 2 of this.
Absolutely.
We'll go a little bit more detail. So let's kind of come back in another week and do part 2 and kind of home in regarding the workout box, the weight loss corner, and the kitchen. Any last words?
No, thank you, sir. Thank you, Tim. It's always a pleasure to be on your wonderful show here. I know you're a busy man, and I'm glad that you get a spot, just to get a good 30-minute spot to just tell the world that, guess what, it is another way to get in shape. Gyms and trainers out there, they're great people, but unfortunately not educated on how people work. And I think you have to be a master in people when you're trying to help them get the result that they want. And you have to be very strategic about how to do that. And that's what my program does. So we lunch here. We've already lunched. Now I'm doing a deal, $47 till the new year. After that, it's going to be $47 a month. So go get your membership now. Get fit with passion. I'll see you in the mainstream.
Great. We'll talk again sometime next week and try to talk about those last 3 sections. Thank you, Wesley. I appreciate it. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye. Again, you listen to the Core Business Show. I'm Tim JK, your host. You can download this episode on the Blog Talk Radio on iTunes, or you can get the transcript on the Core Business Show website. Thank you for listening. Everybody have a great day. Take care.
Thank you for listening to the Core Business Show with Tim JK. For more information about equipment financing and asset-based loans, visit our website, applecapitalgroup.com. That's applecapitalgroup.com. Or call us at 866-611-7457. We hope you'll join us for our next episode. And remember, you can always get to the core via iTunes. You'll find all our previous episodes there. And thanks again for listening to The Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet.